Today I'm going to be talking about a very cool platform for New Zealanders. It's called Sharesies, and in the Sharesies review I'm sort of going to be showing you what I think of the app, what it's all about, how much it costs, and what's in it for you. Now, as a side note, if you haven't yet started with Sharesies and you're thinking about it, right now they have a promotion where you can get $10 free credit to invest in the companies or funds of your choice. I've left a link below this video, so make sure you go ahead and grab that while the promotion lasts. It's very cool, and you'll end up with something like this in your wallet to get started with trading. So, first of all, Sharesies, what is it? What's it about? And what's in it for you? So first of all, Sharesies is a startup company. I think it started 2, 3, 4 years ago in New Zealand, but since then it's gained a lot of media attention. It's been featured in a few different news publications, and in short, it's a simple to use investing platform. I think it's personally been designed to help people get started in investing, and I only know this because I've got loads of friends and family that found this app and they found it so easy to use, and they've all started investing in it. In terms of fees, I'll jump behind the screen and show you what you can expect. So as you can see here on the How It Works page, we come scrolling down, and here we have the costs of Sharesies, right? So if you grab your $10 free credit, you know, you're under the $50 threshold, which means it's free. You can invest up to $50, and if you keep within that bracket, it's always going to be free. It's very cool. If you decide to go up to $3,000, it's only $1.50 a month. It's extremely cheap. And if you decide to go over $3,000, it's $3 a month. Or else you can actually go on an annual plan. If you've got over $3,000, it saves you, I think, about $6 a month. Oh, sorry, a year. And what that's going to do is, yeah, $30 a year. I mean, it's next to nothing, right? It's super, super, super cheap. So paying for it is not going to be a concern if you're investing money, which is really cool. And what I actually like about it is how easy they've created the platform, right? So everything is basic, it's very easy to navigate, it's very easy to see. I'll jump behind the screen in a second. But I went from knowing nothing about investing, knowing nothing about Sharesies or how to buy funds or how to look for companies or any information on them, to now I've invested the $10 I got given free. I understand how the platform works, and from here I'm like, okay, now I can see what my next steps are going to be. I can either continue to watch and just let my funds sit, or I can invest some more money. So there's so much different things you can do. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to jump behind the screen and I'm going to show you Sharesies. So this is the Sharesies platform, right? So as you can see, I've actually lost 2 cents. I'll talk about that in a second, since I invested, but that's nothing bad. So as you can see, just first going through navigation, first screen is your portfolio value, the types of funds or companies that you've invested in, what your portfolio is doing. So I've actually got 50% of my wallet at the moment, 50% on a higher risk investment, which is cool. There's an option to auto invest. I won't be really going into that. And then there's my funds that I've invested in below. So you can see I am currently buying $5 worth of the Global Water Fund, and I already have $5 or $4.98 in the New Zealand Top 10 Fund, right? So if I click on the New Zealand Top 10 Fund first, this is all the information about the fund that I've actually put my money in. As you can see, it's $1.98 per share. So I think I've got like 2.5 shares. And you can sort of see what everything's been up to over the last, little while. It's got all of the overview. It's got what your investment's been doing. As you can see, I've lost my 2 cents in here. So that's really cool. And you can also see the trend, what's been happening over the past, week, month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. So it's a pretty cool tool if you want to go into it. So yeah, it sort of just tells you all this information. So I should probably start from the beginning. First of all, if you click on the next arrow, you will see other parts of your portfolio. So I've got, negative 2 cents returns. So that's not too good. Negative 8.18%, which isn't also that good, but this is the free $10, so I'm not too worried about it. And then finally, there's a total growth. You can do a month, 6 months, year, 5 years, once again. Very cool. So if I click on the top left, I've now got the drop down menu, or the slide inside menu. In here, you've got the opportunity to invest, look in your wallet, share the aroha, so you can actually share this with your friends. It's got a settings tab and it's got the logout tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the invest tab and show you what it's about. So if you were to sign up now, say you did get your $10, there are two ways that you can look for things to invest. So there's either funds or companies, right? So funds, accumulation of different bonds and things like that, groups of shares, and people invest them in different things in different ways. Or else you can go on companies, which is pretty straightforward. It's a company. So if you click on funds, it's going to give you the full list of different funds out there. Now there's a load, so don't get too overwhelmed. Luckily, if you want to go through and filter what kind of funds are out there, you can choose the type of risk you want to go for. So if you're going for like a long-term sort of strategy with not much risk, what you could do is you could drop it down to say 4, or if you want looking for some potential quick earnings, you could go and do the higher risk, or you could leave it broad as such and see what is around. Same with locations, you can just do New Zealand or you can do Australia, so forth, as well as fund types, right? I won't go too much into the fund types in this particular video. So we've got 40 funds we can look at, and then we can actually sort them from different values: the highest price change, highest annual returns, highest annual dividends, lowest fees, recent added, and A to Z. You can go from alphabetical order. So depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for high returns or high dividends, you can go through that, or you can just go through the highest price change, and you'll notice in second and third place is actually the funds that I have invested in, which is pretty cool. You can also have a look at, you can filter it by time. So you've got day, week, month, year, 3 months, 6 months, 5 years as well. So if you know anything about the funds already, you've probably already got a good idea of what you want. You can look at the trends here. If not, you can just have a play around, see which one sounds like you. I went from the highest price change. I thought, since this is like a no risk sort of thing to start with, I'd just see which one's having the highest changes and I would go with that. That's why I chose those two particular funds. It wasn't calculated. I just wanted to see how the platform would work, and I figured that would change the numbers quick enough for me to see sort of what's happening. Obviously, next time when I do buy some investments, I'm going to have more calculated sort of strategies, I guess you could call it. So let's go into what information is provided. So let's say New Zealand Responsible Fund. If I click on that, it's going to give me a bunch of information, right? So there's a little brief about what it is. Here's the different analytical data. There's the risks and returns. So this one's sitting at a 4. And it also tells you about how you can make money with it and what the fees are for it. So that's pretty cool, something to think about. And then you can just scroll between different funds going left to right if you want. So it's very cool. And the same thing actually goes for companies. It's laid out in the same exact way. It's very easy to navigate, right? So you can, depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for returns, if you're looking for, let's say I'm looking for highest annual dividends, as you can see here, Sky Network Television is what is the highest one at the moment. It looks like the price history is declining a bit. So would I go for it? Not too sure. If you've got a strategy behind why you'd want to invest in it, that's entirely up to you. But it's something to think about before investing, is to see sort of what the trend's doing and read up a little bit about it if you're able to as well. And then once again, scrolling down, it tells you how you can make money with it as well as the fees. So that's pretty much the platform. The other two functions on here are the chat, which I absolutely love. I've used, as you can see here. You can reach out directly to Sharesies staff. They'll reach back to you, and you'll also get an email as well as a message on Sharesies Platform, which is really cool. And then the last thing, once you've put a bunch of things into your cart, you can see them all here. And that's pretty much Sharesies. So I mean, if you guys are interested in getting started with investing, I do recommend having a look into Sharesies, especially as they do have a promotional offer right now. It's very, very cool. I think it is one of the coolest little apps out there. I'm excited just to learn more about the funds, the companies, how things work. I'd love to build up my portfolio. One last thing I like to look at when I join this thing is the little quote at the bottom by Warren Buffett, which says, "Someone's sitting in the shade today because they planted a tree a long time ago." So there's a little bit of inspiration for you. And yeah, I think Sharesies is a great platform. I think everyone should at least look into it. having a good investment portfolio is extremely beneficial. As you know, the price of everything is going up, wages are staying about the same, so having that extra source of income or investment is a must for New Zealanders. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little Sharesies review, little walkthrough, little tutorial type thing. And if you are using Sharesies, let me know in the comments below, or if you know of any other great platforms, I'd love to hear of them. And that's it, guys. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe. It makes the world to me and makes my channel just grow that little bit better. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.